Alright, what's up, people? It's your boy, Amber First Class Robeson. Y'all been asking me questions here and there, so I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all some questions and answers right now, so they don't pile up as much as they would if I did only one video at a time. Alright, first question is when do I get my stripes? If you have stripes, if you're an airman or airman first class, you get your stripes at BMT, and depending on your contract, how things work out, you may get them before you graduate BMT, or some people get them after they graduate tech school. Me, I got mine at the completion of BMT. So I got them 7th, 8th week, I think, and I got them sewn on 8th weeks for parade and for retreat. Some people get them at the end of tech school, so it just depends on how your contracts worked out and how they organize that. Hold on, they doing a room check. Give me a second. Alright, I'm back. I don't know what the room check is about, so whatever. Anyway, what's the best detail to get? What is a detail? Detail basically means you have a job while you're at BMT that you do every day to help keep the dorm clean or keep the squadron area clean. Squadron area means you clean the patio, or you clean the laundry room, or you clean charger quarters, which is CQ, which every squadron has. In the dorm, you'll have stairway crew, you'll have hallway crew, latrine crew, utility crew, day room crew, bed aligners, shoe aligners. You'll have people that do in-the-bed displays, which is your towel, your laundry bag, and your chair that goes against your locker. You'll have people who check lockers for things that are wrong. You'll have a house mouse, which is basically somebody who cleans the MTI's office. And then you'll have element leaders, which just oversee everything. And then you have the dorm chief, which oversees everybody. But the best detail to get, I can't really say what's the best. Well, okay, they all have their ups and downs. Since I was an element leader, we had to check everything. We had to make sure our element was straight. We had to make sure everyone's job was being done. It was 4 of us, but we still had to make sure everybody's job was being done. We had to even check on the latrine crew. They cleaned the sinks, the stalls, the doors, the walls, the floor, the chrome, the mirrors, the shower heads, the benches in the latrine, everything. They cleaned everything in there. The trash cans, trash bags. Then you have a day room crew, which is basically they clean the whole day room, the chairs, the floor, the board, the mirror, the tables, the locker that's in there for display, everything. You've got hallway crew. They do the boards where you put up notifications of pieces of paper that people need to read. They clean the floor. They keep the water fountain clean, which reminds me, there's another detail called chrome. And they clean the chrome strip and the chrome on the water fountain and the chrome everywhere else in the dorm. So that's another one. Hallway crew also makes sure that the hallway is clean, period, point blank. What else? You've got utility crew. Utility crew is one of the most demanding jobs you will have. Why? Because every 5 minutes, utility crew. Trust me, I did it. 10. Basically, they will give you cleaning supplies. Every detail that needs cleaning supplies goes to utility crew. If you need anything done, you go to them to get the work supplies. Now, if you are utility crew, you're going to hate your job because people are going to need wire hangers that they break all the time to put their clothes on. Alright. Yeah, people are going to need brown hangers, wire hangers to put their clothes on because they break so easy. They break very easily. I only broke one the whole time I was there at BMT. Other people broke 20. It all depends on how careful you are when it comes to handling your hangers. In the utility closet, you got to keep the floor clean, keep all the bottles turned straight. You got to make sure there's no spills. The laundry bags in there are good, which is another detail, which is laundry crew, which sucks because they're doing with laundry and they lose time doing their own stuff. But it's what happens. So utility crew, day room crew, hallway crew, chrome, latrine. Shoe aligners, basically align all the shoes in the correct order, make sure they're all tied properly, make sure they're straight and perfect, align with the bedposts. You got bed aligners, they align all the bedposts in a straight line. If one's messed up, they're all messed up in both bays. In the bed display people, they basically just make sure all the towels are folded the correct way, laundry box showing, you got all even edges, your laundry bags are folded and tied correctly, and your chairs are flushed and even with your locker, rounded to your locker. You have people who check lockers. They go in your locker, they look in your locker, check buttons, check pockets, make sure your hanger space is good. They make sure your clothing drawer is good, or not security drawer, but they check to make sure all your stuff is good, which is what our job was, mainly, was to make sure those were good in our own element. But we have people that go around and do it, so all we do is check behind them. Instead of checking from the source itself, we check from somebody who was supposed to have checked it in the first place. What else? Yeah, pad crew. Pad crew basically goes outside where the dots are. You'll know that when you get there. Basically, you go outside where the dots are. You sweep and you mop. Well, not mop, but you sweep because you can't mop the cement. So you sweep the cement. You get the bird crap up. You get the dust and leaves, the dirt, anything that's left there. You get trash, whatever. Do you get a lot of phone calls home? No, not anymore. It was up. We were the last graduating flights. To graduate before they changed it to the instructor supervisor had to be there to give your phone. And they call at about 1400 on a Friday, which is 2 o'clock if you don't know military time yet. And it's only for 15 minutes. Which means your MTIs won't be able to give you extra phone calls because they no longer have the key. Our MTI had the key. So we would be able to get another call whenever they wanted to give it to us. If we were doing extra good, they would give us a call, a 15-minute call, a 10-minute call, a 20-minute call, whatever. It doesn't matter how long it was, if it was extra, it's the fact that we got an extra call. Now, some stupid stuff. They have to have the instructor supervisor there to, supervise the calls. So, sucks. How did you get your computer to tech school? Did your parents bring it to you at graduation? Yes, they did. I would imagine you had to take your laptop because if you take your laptop, you have the potential to get it damaged, destroyed, and crushed. They destroy your bags in the hallway closet. Don't take your laptop. Wait for your parents to get it, bring it there, and if you don't want to do that, have them send it to you. It's not that hard. So yeah, I had them bring mine. How can I get the same job as you or aircraft maintenance in general? Basically, when I picked my job list, I just listed jobs that I qualify for, of course, but my top job was my job that I have now out of all the jobs that I had available, because remember back when I told you I had accepted the open mechanical, even still that wasn't the section that I wanted, I still made it work. So I went through all the jobs that I had available, I picked the job that I wanted the most, and I listed it first. And that's how I got it. I guess that it's one of those jobs that they need, and they are going to give it to you if they need it, especially if it's something you want. They will give it to you quick. Aircraft maintenance, that's more specific, and that goes along with what they need. If in general, there is no really in general type of getting the job that someone else has. It's just a draw of luck. If you get lucky and you get that job, congratulations. If you don't, then you don't. I mean, Unless you have a guaranteed job, that's different. How many bags can you have when you leave BMT? You can have 3 bags. One is the green duffel bag that they issue you. The second bag will be the bag you brought to BMT with you. And the third bag will be whatever bag you have your family bring to you at graduation. 3 only. Not 3 in a carry bag, not 3 in a gift bag, not 3 in a sandwich bag, not 3 in a BX bag. It has to be 3 bags. So if you cannot fit everything before they leave that Sunday, make sure you give them the stuff you cannot take and have them ship it to you. Simple as that. 3 bags only. Did I go open general or open mechanical? I went open mechanical. I was supposed to have been open electrical, but whatever. I went open mechanical, and I'm not mad at my choice either. I actually like what I'm learning in class. Like it's interesting actually, and it makes me want to do my job. Like I touched an A10 Warthog. I touched it. Like come on now, how many people can say they touched it? And then let alone I was working on F-22s. Come on now, let's be real. How many people can say they're gonna work on that, or touch it, or breathe on it, or sweat, or bleed on it? That's the real. So yeah, I went open mechanical. How long was the bus ride to tech school? 8 hours. 6 hours to get here. 7 hours to get here. 1 hour to stop at Lubby's, whatever, some nasty food joint. If you're coming to Shepherd, don't eat there. I ate 1 bite of that chicken, and I drank the drinks, and I left because it was disgusting. So, no, I didn't eat before I got here. Not at all. It was disgusting. That food was so nasty. But yeah, it takes 8 hours to get here from Shepherd, so be aware of that. What job did you get and how did it work at basic? Alright, well, you know the job I got, tactical aircraft maintenance, my 5th generation F-22, which basically means I'm a crew chief. So, how did I get my job? Well, during the 2nd week of basic, you get to go to job counseling and you get to choose your jobs. You put them in order, they tell you whether or not you got your job. 8th week, before you graduate, that's how you get your job. They pick it for you, unless you have a specified job. Then that's the only time they don't pick the job for you. But other than that, they will pick your job. That's how I got my job. And that's how it works at basic. Did they pay you as an E3 through basic? Yes. They tell you they pay you as E1, but when I looked at my social security number compared to the pay of the people who were being paid E1 pay opposed to my pay, their pay was way less. So I don't know if they tell you that because it's true, or I don't know if they tell you that because they just want to mess with your head. But I was getting paid significantly more than those people who didn't have kids, who were not married, who did not have college credits or ROTC credits or anything like that, or anything that qualifies you for E3. They didn't have that. They didn't have anything. So basically, they were getting paid way less. So it kind of questioned if they were telling the truth as to you get paid E1. They say you get paid E1, but my pay is still the same for when it was in basic training. So somewhere along the line, I was still getting paid E3 pay. Oh well. Went to where? I think I went over that. DCID. What is DCID? DCID is dress, cover, interval, and distance. Basically, when you're marching, dress is dressing with the person to your right if you're in the first element, second element, or third element. You dress to your right, meaning you're abreast with the person next to you. Cover is like exactly in front of you. Exactly. If you're not exactly behind the person in front of you, you need to get behind you. Not head, ear, head, ear. No, it's all head. If they can see you, you're not behind the person that's in front of you, and they will shoot you out. I always get that together. You keep your interval, which is basically the space between you and the person next to you. If you're at normal interval, you should be about an arm's length away. If you're at short or close interval, you want to be like about this far away. The 4th element has to keep their distance from the person in front of them, which is basically, when you get there, it's like an arm's length away. But when you become more advanced, they will, you know, tell you cover, and you'll just like shutter short choppy steps your way to a approximate distance. Base liberty. How does base liberty work? You get base liberty 7 feet. Basically, you can go anywhere on the base. Anywhere that's open to trainees. Anywhere. Doesn't matter how far it is, doesn't matter how wide it is. But if you don't make it back before your curfew, which is usually around 20, which is 8 o'clock, then you get in some big trouble. You get in some very big trouble. So, and yes, you can buy candy, you can buy Popeyes, Taco John's, Burger King, Popeyes. You can buy, you can't buy Starbucks, you can't buy caffeinated products, you can't buy frappuccinos, cappuccinos, mochas, any of that. You can't buy any of that. You can buy cookies, candy, chips, real food. You can buy whatever. You can buy items like watches, computers, TVs. I wouldn't suggest a TV. But anything you buy while you're on base liberty, you get it locked up in CQ if it's electronic. I'm just going to end this video because clearly this video is very long and I had a lot to say. So I'm just going to continue this question and answer video with a second part. It's your boy A1C, Amber First Class Roberson, over and out.